I'm Congressman Ron Estes from the 4th District of Kansas. A lot of what is important for us, I'm on the Education and Workforce Committee in Congress, and we want to focus on how do we help people get the careers that they want. For too long we've talked about just go get a bachelor's degree, a 4-year degree, you're going to be guaranteed success, and we're seeing that's not true. We're seeing people that graduate with a degree, but maybe there aren't enough jobs in that degree, or maybe it wasn't an interest of theirs to begin with. And in the meantime, we're seeing a shortage of plumbers and welders and mechanics and all of those things that we need folks to work in rural areas as well as working in the urban areas, and they're good paying jobs. I mean, they pay well. You don't graduate with a huge debt. Right now, student loan debt is $1.4 trillion, which is the largest debt that the United States has except for mortgages. Higher than credit cards, higher than car loans. And so what it's doing is it's keeping young people coming out of college from starting their life, starting a family, buying a home of their own. And so we want to make sure we get the right education, the right support from the federal level. And granted, state and local are still more important to controlling education. And the federal's a secondary player from that standpoint, and we don't want to take that away. But what we want to do focus on is how do we make this efficient, make sure that our federal dollars that are helping grants and scholarships and loans work for all of those programs. And that's really the focus we're trying to do. In Kansas, there's some great things we've got going on. Some of them with the colleges, Wichita State Tech's a good example of that. A lot of community colleges in and around the state are focusing on how do they get technical programs, agriculture programs, making sure that students can come through their schools and get a quick jump on life and be informed and available to be more productive. Even the technical and trade schools are actually doing a great work as well. And the high schools. I mean, Kansas has Senate Bill 155, which is allowing high school students to graduate with their high school degree and get a technical certification. So as high schools set up those programs, they can go through, whether it's machining from a manufacturing standpoint or mechanical aspect, whether it's some of the electronics technicians' capabilities. And what that does is the school gets some additional funding from the state, and the student, they graduate with a high school degree and their technical certification. So much of the state, and particularly in the 4th District, but also other areas of the state, looking at how do we provide good economic growth. And yes, it's true in urban areas, but it's also true really in our rural areas. As we're looking at, it's not taking as many people to be productive on the farm, produce what we need to produce. And with the variability on prices and our income on the farm, you need opportunities that maybe one spouse has a side job, working off the farm, and we want to focus on. As we get more economic growth, there'll be more of those opportunities. Maybe a small manufacturing company in town, which then allows some jobs for local residents, which then helps support the grocery store, helps support the drugstore. And not only does that provide jobs for one of the spouses, but it also provides, an opportunity for the high school students to have, a job and work and help them as they prepare for getting their life started. And just that ability helps us maintain our quality of life and our opportunity to grow and maintain our Kansas values.